Alright everyone, welcome to the tutorial video about the Zaku Desert Type. The Zaku Desert Type has been subpar or just very basic general, but it's got an odd thing about it. It's a melee suit with medium priority, a kind of lackluster melee weapon, and only one swing. Its cost go from 200, yeah, 200 to 4 to 350, aka where the level 4 sits. A couple days ago they buffed the level 3 and 4 versions of the suit, but the level 4 got a little bit more love, where it's got its thruster, speed, and gauge increased. It also got increased health to 13,000 at level 5, at level 4, and like 12,000 at level 3. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to take you into how I build my almost fully enhanced Zaku Desert Type, level 4. So I run the Zaku Bazooka, and really that's the only one I'm going to pick. Its other option is the normal Zaku Machine Gun, which is not optimal for it, seeing how it is a melee suit. It has a normal Heat Hawk, which does suboptimal damage, combined with its medium melee priority. It's not really a fun time, but it gets the job done, especially when you have over 30 melee boost. It comes with Vulcans, cracker grenades, and an arm missile pod. The arm missile pod can stagger, so I always keep it hotkeyd with my Vulcans. My most recent build after the buff is I put a new model frame on, high spec cruise control to keep it on the normal walking speed with other generals of the cost. You know, most Zaku's are between 120 and 125 speed. So this puts it on the level of the other Zaku's. The only Zaku being lowered in it, I think, are the two FS suits, which is the Garma version and the Shimasu Nuka version. I know the Garma version is lower. I did not double check the Shimasu Nuka version, but I'm only assuming. I put levels 1 and 4 melee programs on. I put level 4 strengthened frame. I put level 3 anti-beam armor, and I put level 1 strengthened frame to keep the health up, on rival with a bunch of other suits on the tier. Its skills are leg shock absorber, and this back in the day was the first anti-stealth suit implemented into the game. So it nullifies level 1 stealth at all levels, and it diminishes higher stealth levels by 50 meters. So basically, it brings all stealth levels above 1 down a level, essentially. It has dodge roll, it has balancer, and it has radar. So essentially, the suit has a decent kit for what it's meant to do. The only thing it is missing really is combo controller, 2 swings. If they did that, the suit would be perfectly fine. I wouldn't have a problem saying use this a lot more. It can still hold its own. It can still do what it does. It's really not a bad suit. It's just better blues, or general types. Not a big problem. You could use the suit, basically, you know, a bazooka, and still get a job done. No matter the cost, really. So let's take it in. Ironically, To the Desert is the map I picked, and yeah, let's do this. Here's your basic Blues Bazooka suit, but we're going to go over the effects of its weapon kit. So its kit is very unique in the fact that it has so many ranged weapons for being such a melee-oriented suit. The ground topography it has means saying that thruster gauge boost was a huge buff, and the fact that I can now boost way longer and faster on the ground terrain, which I'm locked to. Putting the high-spec cruise control allows me to move at almost a rival pace to a gym command that'll be on the other team, or another Zaku, which is very helpful. So how I would play a suit is, starting off, I'd be, you know, just your standard bazooka into the downswing before they can recover, downswing again, so on and so forth. You do a good chunk of damage with your downswings because you do have over 30 modifier with the normal Heat Hawk. So keep that in mind. What I would do when, say, a battle gets heated or I have to play more defensively, instead of going in with the bazooka and just charging in recklessly, I start poking down with Vulcans the hand grenades, which are the first quick swap after Vulcans, and then the missile pods. The missile pods do a good amount of damage, and they do stagger, so keep that in mind. That also means that the rocket pods can stun through maneuver armor, seeing how they're stun buildup. So keep that in mind when you're fighting a raid that decides to charge blindly at you. Your Vulcans do a good amount of damage as well, so keep that in mind. You can use them while boosting. You cannot use the rocket pods while boosting though, so keep that in mind. You can utilize your suit's dodge roll, get out of sticky situations, and due to ground topography, your boost will recover very, very quickly. The suit basically can and will be able to roll very, very often, so keep that in mind. It still has a similar profile to the Zaku, so therefore you will still get hit by what normally would hit you in the Zaku. But your ground speed and your ground topography means that you are going to be a lot more agile on the ground than most other Zakus. One thing you can do, especially on maps like Desert, where it's very open and getting in for melee is going to be very, very easy to predict, is that this suit does have a lot of indirect choices for weapons, like grenades and the rocket pods. You can poke down grenades to weaken enemy legs. You can shoot rocket pods at the legs as well to possibly damage them. And go in for the killing blow with the bazooka and melee combo to finish off a suit's legs. And then go in for the kill. So the suit has a couple of ranged options for being a melee-oriented suit. It actually makes it have some interesting gameplay, but at the same time, since it does have so many ranged options, its melee options are somewhat on the lacking side. So you have to keep that in mind. This suit is your basic blue bazooka suit. You can use it like that, or if you can learn how to combo its items and weapons correctly and build it to a way that complements this odd playstyle, you can make this suit do many things it should not be able to do, and possibly fulfill multiple roles it maybe shouldn't be able to perform. This is my favorite Zaku archetype in the entire, well, yeah, most Zakus that have been made, this is my favorite design choice and or aesthetically pleasing suit for Zakus. But yeah, I recommend the suit. It should be able to be picked up in the currency, aka DP store. And yeah, it's a good little beginner suit, especially since you can use it at 200 and nullify all those hack guys, freaking stealth. But yeah, if there's anything I missed about this suit in the video, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see any suits in the future or want me to cover any suits, let me also know in the comments. But yeah, this has been Deranged Pyro, aka Grandy Warrior, signing out.